Yeah, but we're seeing a spinoff with Agatha Harkness, Franklin Richards' babysitter, who looks like Aunt May in the comic books. At least she used to. They probably retconned her into a young lesbian in the last couple of years, and I honestly don't care. But this isn't, as I said on Twitter, this isn't a show made for Marvel Comics fans. This isn't a show made for men at all. But you know what?
Well,
The concept in the beginning wasn't bad. Like they went to a police procedural. It wasn't like exciting, but it wasn't offensively bad. Dude, it wasn't like The Acolyte was offensively bad, but memeable and unintentional hilarious within 10 minutes. Like this one took a minute to get there, right? So we're just kind of wandering through a mystery that you instantly know.
20 minutes. Like you had 20 minutes, and again, if you've seen the fucking trailer, you know what's going to happen. So like you knew that this is a fucking dream or a vision or a magical spell that was cast on her that she's in. But the first 20 minutes, essentially you have Agatha, who believes that she's a detective in this town and is trying to solve this mystery of who murdered this person, and weird shit's happening. Like this book got burned up. This library book actually wasn't checked out. It was stolen, blah, blah, blah. And even though you know where it's headed, to me, I'm thinking to myself, this isn't great, but I like the idea of this. And I like the idea of a random, just fucking cops, whether it's small town, big town, whatever, in this world where superheroes and things like this exist, solving crimes and getting caught up in something like this, where they're not buddy-buddy with Spider-Man or not buddy-buddy with this person who's helping them out. Instead, they're just in this world and are kind of dealing with these new rules and trying to uncover a mystery in a small town.
Yep.
I would have been down for that.
Unfortunately, the mystery is something you know immediately. So you're waiting for the characters to catch up. Like, you know immediately that the body is Wanda Maximoff, which confirms, which they do in the show, confirms if you watch Doctor Strange Mom, that she's dead and all copies of the Darkhold are destroyed, at least for now. So you're just waiting for her to catch up, and that's when it goes south. Like immediately south.
I thought that's when it got better. Like when they were finally revealing stuff to her, because then you could actually do jokes about the character, like in the interrogation room when she's like, "Why are you in my house?" Just like, "Oh, I thought I was after a fulfilling home life, but it turns out you don't have one." Like when you're actually making jokes about the character, it was funnier rather than just essentially boring. But I think the first 20 minutes was what was the initial hook for the target demographic, because it showed through and you all went all true crimey.
Yeah,
true crime is the target audience. That's
absolutely,
exactly
absolutely. But instead of
just me, I have a question, right?
Sure.
It's just me. Was her acting during the well, actually her acting is horrible throughout the whole thing, but it was particularly bad during the cop thing. Was it intentional?
Yeah, it was supposed to be. That's the problem with the show. It doesn't know what it wants to be. So that was supposed to be intentionally bad, but it wasn't funny, like at all.
Well, then,
it came across as actually bad.
Yeah. Yes.
But actually, it came across because everyone else was acting normally except for her. And if they're all in this fake world where they're just leaning into it, why isn't anyone else around her doing it?
Well, that's why the concept of them going through just procedurals, going to another form of TV for the whole series would have been much better than what we got, which is an abandoned concept within 20 minutes. And then they release the second episode and it just turns into, let's go, girls, let's get the witches together. Let's go.
It turns into 45-year-old wine moms and gays